Welcome to ESMS Primer, an introductory course on Environmental and Social Management Systems, or ESMS, developed by the GGF Green Academy for partner financial institutions of the Green for Growth Fund. This course will familiarise you with the potential environmental and social, or E&S, risks facing your portfolio. It will also introduce effective tools you can use to mitigate and manage these risks and enhance the positive impacts of your investments. We hope you find the course useful.
Hi, I'm Anna. I work as an E&S officer at a financial institution. In this video, we will discuss how to carry out the environmental and social appraisal process. We will take 3 examples from low, medium, and high E&S risk categories. In this example, a bakery wants to replace its old oven with a new energy-efficient oven and has applied for a loan from a financial institution. The institution's credit officer's first step is to check the E&S exclusion list. In this example, a bakery is not an excluded activity. Since the bakery is installing a new energy-efficient oven, that will reduce energy consumption and carbon emissions. As this activity is expected to have limited to no adverse E&S impacts, it is rated as low E&S risk. The next step is to ask the bakery to confirm that it is in compliance with the local E&S and food hygiene regulations and labour laws. If the documents are in order, the application should be submitted to the credit committee for approval. Once the loan is approved, the bakery is required to comply with all relevant laws and regulations for the entire duration of the loan, and the credit officer should monitor the bakery's activities via an annual confirmation until the loan is repaid. In this second example, solar energy company, the project borrower wants to construct a solar power plant with 5 megawatts of installed capacity. The land is already owned by the project sponsor. The borrower applies for a loan provided by the GGF through a local partner financial institution. The institution's credit officer and E&S officer will check that the project is not on the exclusion list and assign a risk category. In this case, Category B is assigned to the project due to the limited adverse impacts that can be easily mitigated. The officers should also carry out a desktop review of the borrower and the sponsor to find out if there is any negative coverage related to E&S matters or complaints about these companies from the public, media, or environmental organisations. The borrower should provide confirmation that it has received all necessary permits from the relevant authorities to construct the power plant. Any environmental studies already carried out should be provided to the financial institution. For Category B projects with elevated risks, a site visit or assessment should be undertaken by the E&S officer or a qualified external expert. The visit should determine if the project meets the relevant IFC performance standards. Following the site visit, the E&S officer includes mitigation measures to address any identified gaps in an E&S action plan, which the borrower should follow as part of the loan agreement. The E&S officer prepares the E&S due diligence report and submits it to the credit committee for approval. Following loan approval, the E&S officer should monitor the project on an annual basis. For the duration of the loan, the borrower should provide annual E&S reports on its progress in implementing the E&S action plan and compliance with all applicable national environmental, social, health and safety and labour regulations. In this final example, Wind Power, a renewable energy company, wants to develop a 42-megawatt wind farm with 21 turbines on a 450-hectare site. The site is 5 kilometres from the nearest village and close to a breeding ground for migratory birds. First, the E&S officer should check that the project is not on the exclusion list. This project has been categorised A due to the project size and location that could potentially have significant adverse impacts. All Category A projects require a mandatory E&S impact assessment. This means that an external, qualified expert should be engaged to review the technical, environmental, and social information from the sponsor. Information may include the E&S impact assessment for the development of the wind farm, a bird and bat assessment, or the minutes of any public meetings with the local communities. The consultant should visit the project site to determine which E&S standards are applicable to the project and identify any gaps between the E&S impact assessments, the IFC's performance standards, and World Bank's environment, health and safety guidelines. The necessary mitigation measures to address the gaps are included in an E&S action plan and attached to the legal agreement. In addition, a stakeholder engagement plan to inform the local communities about the project should be made publicly available, for example through the project developer's website. The expert should prepare an E&S due diligence report, which the E&S officer reviews and submits to the credit committee for approval. If the project is approved by the financial institution, it should be regularly monitored for the duration of the loan. I hope these examples were helpful. Join me in the next video where we discuss the GGF's E&S requirements for its partner institutions. You can find relevant links in the description box of this video.